Welcome to the second podcast of Mother's Monastery, the Wisdom in Truth series. Building your inner tower. Building a relationship with someone far away could prove to be daunting. Fortunately, a fair idea of the being we are trying to connect with gives us a heads up as to how we should approach the whole affair. Unlike what we have heard many times, it is not a demanding relationship, neither is it a friend with benefits type relationship, especially monetary, that can be built. There is a saying that favor is much better than gold or silver, and this is what we should be trying to gain from a being we hardly know or understand. The paradox of God. I need to clearly indicate that some of which we have come to know as God and of God are untrue. To understand that statement, light must first be given as to what God is not, since I may not give appropriate credence in its entirety of the grandeur of the one mankind keeps seeking. Have we as yet come to the understanding that just as everyone has a different journey and all pathways are not the same, similarly all readings that we come across in the black and white are not meant for all? This is to say, what God does for a particular individual is not what can be carried out for someone or anyone who asks it to be done. Knowing that the term God is part of something greater will shock many people. Nevertheless, it is true. There are many gods, and us humans have also gone about and created gods with our hands and behavior. Yet in the true term, when the word God is used, there are other beings who are so empowered who can be termed gods. It is the manifestation of their reasoning, attitudes, and disposition. We can attest to whether this is a being of great magnitude who does not need the admiration of humans to prove their worth, or the actions of those who desired so much as to threaten humanity into obeisance. It is exquisitely important to be capable of identifying your God of creation, who is a part of or a manifestation of the Eternal One, who can manifest in whatever form, displaying selected characteristics as necessary. For within the lies there is truth, and within truth there are lies. Isn't it clear then that we must continually ask for discernment? What we need to transcend. Our world is flooded with the belief systems of the one we have come to know as God. The rules and laws are simple to follow and agreeable to mankind, just as we would prefer it. Worship, as we now call it, becomes somewhat impersonal, and we are directed away from the miracle of God within and among us. After all, it is the point which was meant to be proven to the all-powerful throne, and this is an alternative way, once given humanity, would choose it above the understanding and the altruistic way of life that leads to eternal salvation. How then can our inner temple be built up if its foundation is destroyed from the start? Today's worship system has blossomed into part of life rather than a way of life. Though some may profess that their belief system is a way of life, it somehow becomes contaminated with the materialistic way of life, egotism, or the influence of unrighteousness. Disarming the deception we have been brought under means inclining our mind and heart towards the way of true salvation. Towards the God of creation, we give praise, thanksgiving, and loyalty. This is all surmised as we give glory to God. It is so, Discern. Welcome to the second podcast of Mother's Monastery, the Wisdom in Truth series. Building your inner tower. Building a relationship with someone far away could prove to be daunting. Fortunately, a fair idea of the being we are trying to connect with gives us a heads up as to how we should approach the whole affair. Unlike what